Genji. This is not even a composition that requires nano boost, like nano blade setups. Proper can really decide how he wants to play this, and he's let off the least by the Shock. Allowed to express his skill whatever way he chooses. So far it's paid off, but there's one more hurdle to get past here, and the Atlanta Reign are not messing around. No more Bastion Sim for them. They want to go toe-to-toe.
No, as they match outside of supports, right? So they'll play the Kriko on offense, which kind of makes some sense, right? You know, able to access that high ground as she'll get that first pick. Able to access the high ground, like with, you know, just naturally like wall climbing, and also being able to follow up any teammates. Just a little bit like better suited towards offense here, where you don't really need that immortality field.
Good start here for the Reign. They're happy to brawl things out here. San Francisco able to shave about 50 seconds off the clock in total. Not too bad to take an early fight, come back, have a chance to re-engage. Proby may be switching here for just getting back to the fight quicker. Maybe he feels like Symmetra is the answer now.
Yeah, maybe. I think with the Sim in the mix, right? Like, this is a really aggressive comp, and I think they feel like it's probably the answer because they also switch off of the Baptiste, right? You know, if you're going to play the Sojourn, you make the Bat, but I mean, they take a ton of damage going through that TP.
Into the car wash we go. Hawk looking squeaky clean as he opts to back on out of that now. Stalker gonna be burned down. Proby trying to stick around to deal with the Genji, and so they do. Proper chiming in there to secure the kill. Hawk though really trying to assert himself now, but not getting a lot of attention as the Shock are trying to work around him. They've lost their Junker Queen though. They're unlikely to have a leg to stand on here for now. Yeah,
this is gonna be tough to defend from this point now, right? Where you don't have your Junker Queen. Hawk just waiting to try and like maybe grab proper on in. Is Shock's doing a nice job kiting this. They're gonna get another fight.
Max is gonna come out, but Hawk already has this built up, this Rampage. The billboard might make it a bit hard to get good ultimate. Perch is here, Sentinel's gonna go for a carnage. It's gonna take Max pretty low, but there's gonna be a Kitsune rush in play. Renko trying to stay alive, trying to build a sound barrier. It gets it just in time, but it's not quick enough to save Max or Proper. And the ladder falls with a Dragon Blade in hand. San Francisco were ready to throw down for that fight, but the clock works against them.
Oh, I mean, just a second or two earlier, if you're able to get that sound barrier, and that could be a different fight, right? Max then would be coming up on Rampage. You'd have Proper with his blade. It's just Renko, I mean, you could see it when he gets hit with a Rampage from Hawk. He's ticking down and so close to that ultimate. They'll actually now bring the Sojourn back. So I think this is more because you just want to control high ground. I think the Sojourn's just better at range, obviously, in controlling that high ground here. So it feels like it's almost a must pick.
The strategy for San Francisco, though, really centered around playing inside Big Earls with that Symmetra. You can see how it almost paid off for them. Now back over towards the Sojourn. Lip, a very scary prospect on any day of the week in any year that we've seen him in the lead. That overclock will be a key factor in this next fight, you have to think. Gio has no sound barrier for the blade, and probably going to go for it right now. Stalker doing the same. He's stymied though. Here comes a Rampage in. It's just Lip getting caught, but he has an overclock, and he's not going to be able to get away with that one. San Francisco spent heavily here for just the one kill, but as always, it snowballs. And San Francisco Shock now can establish themselves defensively.
It feels like it's worth it though, right? Like not allowing them to kind of snowball with the game, right? Win that fight there, you know, get close to taking that second checkpoint, right? Feels like it's almost a little bit of a necessity there as Lip, you know, we'll see now if he's able to kind of build back up, you know, towards that overclock, maybe find like a railgun shot at range, right? Because just used it in that last fight, didn't get anything with it.
San Francisco again want to play positionally just like they did on Esperanza. Use that high ground, make sure Proby here can free fire into these fights. But Hawk baits him into the small room. Still it seems to favour San Francisco now as they find those first couple of picks. Stalker those in a position to ruinate San Francisco. It's just Max.
These comps though, I mean, with how good, you know, Genji is with some of these compositions and playing inside these close quarter areas with these Junker Queens, you're probably going to see a ton of clips like that if this is what the meta ends up being.
Both teams have sound barriers here. Reminiscent of last year, in many ways. So with Kiriko being top priority here, looks like both teams really favour her right now as well. Commander Chad deal with a bit of extra durability for San Francisco as they bear the brunt of this Kitsune rush assault. Finn's going to use his button too late. Renko has already fallen as Lip finds the mark there with that railgun shot. San Francisco spent ultimates, lose the fight. That's going to sting. They're going to have to regroup now.
So you're going to have another, well, actually, no. I mean, so the checkpoint gets taken here, right? So 2 minutes, 45 seconds to complete the map. That's actually not a ton of time. I mean, pretty good on defense if you think about it from the Shock's POV.
You're kidding. No!
Oh, that's always a tough one to watch there.
The Railjacks. Brutal.
Yep, the Railjacks. Not a ton of time here for the Reign, though, right? I mean, this is, like, historically one of the hardest ones to take at the end, but it's going to be Lip opening things up with an overclock, just running right down this hallway and connects with POV.
Oh, I'm sorry. Lip has decided it's time to play now. He's done with the kiddie pool, and he's going up a notch. Well, now we're reminded of exactly what the ceiling
I talked about how difficult it is to take this last point. Maybe not as much now, right? I mean, you look at how much progress they made.
Atlanta Reign now with a blade. They can continue to go from strength to strength here as they only have the commanding shout to try and protect themselves from this ultimate, but Copper has a blade of his own and a plan to boost.
Skill where, hey, Genji, go get us 3, right? And he's able to do so because that is a huge fight they needed to go their way there. The Shock, I mean, that would have been a tremendous time for the Reign.
Oh my goodness, that is a big connection. And Finn, with his best efforts, the Suzu and the cleanse a couple of players, but that's far from enough. Hawk there, straight into the bunch of them with that Rampage. It sets Atlanta Reign up here to finish with about a minute remaining. Renko, the struggler, picked off here, and Atlanta finished 1:05 to play. Have a different approach on attack to the Reign in terms of that last support player. Oh, they're going back to the Sebastian. What is this game of chess?
I wonder if it's just a start.
Quite possibly, Matt. They want to take a fight up close here. Proper, though, went very low early, but their immortality field is having an outsized impact on the survivability of San Francisco. And even with that, it's a trade of best. Okay, make use of it here. I suppose having that turret to deny the high ground position from Atlanta, or the TP rather, could be powerful. But you notice that the San Francisco Shock are not trying to establish themselves too heavily at Big Earls unless they walk into line of sight of Lip, fall too low and have Stalkers snap them up. They're more than happy to give that high ground up, which is a scary prospect, I feel like, if you're San Francisco. Vanish out there. Proper instantly going down. Lip. Using the high ground perfectly. And it feels like it's hard to see San Francisco like having a great fight from that position with that competition.
No. Yeah, I mean, but I think they want to move off of this. Yeah, so Proper now goes over to Genji. I wonder if Proby will end up picking up the Sojourn, or do you decide to stay on this? Because, yeah, I mean, if you're going to stay on the Bastion, right, you would have, like, set up for high ground and whatnot. They're probably just trying at that point, like, build some ultimates on some other players, right? And if you win the fight, great. You know, maybe trying to bait them into the Bastion, and then you get that immortality field, keep him alive, but it didn't work out. Atlanta wins a really fast fight.
San Francisco hoping to outposition the Atlanta Reign with this Symmetra as opposed to out-aim them. But that's pretty nice.
A nice
good fighting grenade there from Fielder, who quietly switches over to Ana, by the way. Still, the shot survived the initial onslaught. Renko, though, well, won't be able to outlast this. Immortality field here, prolonging Finn's life, but he is in an awful position.
You didn't even need to kind of pop the blade with it, right? So you have a blade, you have overclock, you're going to have your Rampage here, so pretty good spot, the Atlanta Reign. And this is what I was trying to like talk about, where on Route 66, right, you finish with 1 minute and 5 in the tank. But you have so much time here. Oh, that's a nasty shot there. Just saw the clip. That's with the sim barrier in the mix as well.
Finn popped the air matrix and instantly got killed there. I love that from Lip to start the fight up. They have to have tracked Renko's sound barrier. And no, that would be the best answer to like both Atlanta Reign DPS popping their ult at the same time. He didn't have it in time. Atlanta took the initiative there and punish Shock badly. Finn switching off for the Kirito now.
And because you finished with that 1 minute and 5, like there's not even like a huge, you know, you're not like dying to win this, you know, point here, right? Like just drag this out as long as possible, which you definitely can do. A few players get hit by that Rampage, and Stalker's now gonna play.
He can end this. Stalker able to find a kill. Okay, Max ain't too bad. He already found Proby before the fact, and Proper's only over found the one himself. Hawk needs to be a little bit careful, but he knows that Chio is close by. He wants a bit of Renko, who's healed up. Commanding shout even used by Hawk here to make sure he gets some purchase with that Carnage swing.
They're in the difficulty of getting Hawk and Chio out of here.
But at the same time, Hawk's doing too much in terms of fighting his eliminations here. The healing's been pretty good for San Francisco. Chio fell.
They're not going to be, they're not going to get it right now,
Okay, he gets hooked in there, still going to the back line. He found Proby. That is perfect. He identifies the perfect opportunity to get rid of the Sojourn, and now Lip is going to make the most of it here. The Atlanta Reign able to fight back, and they come alive, reminding San Francisco who Daddy is. And their first spot in the playoffs reclaimed by your Atlanta Reign.